I seriously have no goddamn clue what hyper healing does. I've never ever used it. Putting hyper healing on both of your party members seems like it would make your party members just revive each other repeatedly, but that never seems to happen. If they use it, I don't know what it does or how it works.
I was just watching the Chugga Conroy Let's Play of the first game, and man, it's very apparent how much more zoomed out this game is.
Yeah. The first game is up Sora's ass for the entire game.
Which makes the platforming even more fun.
Actually, here's a question for you, speaking of the platforming. So this game's like levels are much more flat than basically every other game in the series, and it kind of makes me wonder what the order of them coming up with stuff like that for this game would have been. Like, did they want to focus more on the gameplay and having a lot of enemies, so they didn't want like a lot of polygons in the environment, and then after that they were like, well, we'll just make the mobility upgrades optional? Or did they want the mobility stuff to be optional and tied to the drive forms, and then they were like, well, we can't really have any interesting platforming if you're never forced to get high jump or glide, like chicken and egg shit.
I don't know, to me it almost seems like they were more concerned about having the areas just be bigger than anything else.
I wouldn't say they necessarily did that well either, because every world in this game is like a straight line of very small rooms with the occasional one-off side room, like it's Final Fantasy 13. Also, here's a good place to get some experience.
Whoa.
If you could use drive forms here, I would say it's a good place to use Valor form.
Yes. About to, and then I realized I can't.
This room exactly is what I mean. Like, obviously there's not actually that many models flying around, like it's just tricks. But it's still cool that they came up with it. It's still cool that this is clearly something that they had in mind for the design of this game. Is like, hey, you get to a room and there's a million little dudes.
Yeah.
And then it culminates in the 1,000 Heartless fight.
You're going the wrong way!
Every time I go like look at a fighting game a year after it comes out, I'm like, oh, when did that character get added? That happened to me with Venom and Guilty Gear.
Oh yeah. Honestly, that's me with Johnny in Strive. Speaking of, they're adding another character imbalance patch to Fighter Z.
What? Yeah.
I know, right?
It's like the Just Dance of fighting games at this point.
I would ask why they don't just make Fighter Z 2, but maybe this is for the best. I looked over the patch notes, and I didn't really understand most of them because the move names in that game are total dog shit. They're just like sentence fragments. But it seems like it was just a huge wave of buffs again, because they've just embraced the Kusoge. After there's like the past few months, or I guess past year, I was watching some people play the newest Fighter Z patch. And I was interested to see like what people thought of it, and the game looks like more exciting than ever, but people seem to be down on it for reasons I don't understand. But a big complaint was that you can do a full screen Kamehameha and then super dash after, which makes like approaching really easy. I was mostly just looking at the patch notes to see if they undid that change, but they did not.
Punishment for high treason and dishonoring the army is death. Get out
Oh,
of
they
my
actually
sight.
said the word death in a Kingdom Hearts game.
Thanks. You're all wonderful friends.
She sounds like Leela from Futurama, kinda.
It really does. I wonder if it's the original voice actress. And now Mulan is a good party member, although whether you want to actually keep her is another thing. She has a limit, I think, so that automatically makes her, like, worth using to some extent. The limit command has been added.
Well, that's a name. It's funny that, like, in this game, limit break is just shortened to limit altogether, which is like the opposite of what limit break means.
Yeah. The break is the most important word. You think they should have called it like limbre?
He's heading for the Imperial City. We've got to warn Shang.
LB.
I should have called it over limit.
I don't think that would catch on.
Free development just means it doesn't need a recipe.
Yeah, I think the things you can make through free development go up as you level up the Moogle. I wish you could do that in the movie. That would have made things way more entertaining. Gotta level up the job 1, well 2 really, because the first level always gives auto drive, which I doubt anyone has ever used. Maybe auto final could be good, but I kinda doubt it. They love Keyblade spinning. I wonder if they if some guy just made the function for it and was like, check this out, look how cool that is, and they were like, my god, we have to use that as much as possible. I don't know what what scenario the game puts the auto abilities on you. Like, if you were to equip every auto drive at the same time on, what the fuck would happen? So like auto summon, auto limit with every party member. It's
Maybe
just
it
there's
picks a
always a
random
triangle thing to do. Yeah, probably.
Kind of feels like China has nothing in it.
Which is weird considering what it looks like geographically.
Got him.
Let's do this together.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mostly you just kind of mash the X and triangle alternatively.
For China.
That's what most of them are. Nice.
I was just trying to be as true to the movie as possible.
Using Red Rocket in a critical situation.
Yeah. I keep trying to dash.
At least now that you have a limit, you have an easy way to induce MP charge so you can fill your drive gauge fast if you need to. Yeah, we needed the Virtua Fighter on him.
Yeah, this guy does not come across as intimidating. He just seems like a fuckface in this game.
Yeah, he's had one line so far. Or one word, really. And barely even that. I wish I could do that in the movie.
He's dead.
He just explodes into balls. Whoa, what the hell?
Nakaruru. Jesus.
That's the move he does when he's done being comboed, so after you do like a finisher or two, it's good to just back off and let him do his thing. By the way, the gate is getting the shit kicked out of it.
Oh yeah. I was trained for this early.
Magic rock.
She probably says for China, but it sounds like she just like China.
Yeah.
For China.
This is pretty good damage. Not like a lot, but especially for level 1, it's pretty decent. Time for that food. Ooh,
I guess guarding that just induces that.
guess so. Nice finish.
Yeah, that was close. You can stop
That fight
beeping
in
now.
that fight in level 1 is a goddamn nightmare because the bird just swoops in from nowhere and does half your health in one attack, and it's incredibly annoying.
You see how, like, right before the battle, it gives him, like, a darkness effect? Like, yeah, he's a heartless or whatever, that's why you have to fight him.
Yeah.
I feel like they did that to avoid situations like in the first game when you just, like, straight up slaughter a lion or whatever in Tarzan World. Because there's a whole thing about how the Keyblade only works on
Stole your father's
villainry.
armor, ran away from home.
Yeah, because that does happen later in the game where
You
in
deceived
Lion
your
King
commanding
world where
officer,
Scar
shamed the entire
gets
Chinese
quote-unquote
army,
killed by
dishonored your
Simba,
family name.
so you're fighting like
We get
Heartless
the
Scar.
picture.
And I assume it's
You're a
supposed to do
young
the same
woman,
thing where
and
Mulan
in the
did
end,
kill him when she made that avalanche
you
fall
have
on him.
saved. Take this, so the world will know what it is.
Sora's
You have
sword.
done
Is
for
that Sean
China.
Yu's sword? It feels like
Thank
it's like
you.
twice as big as it was a second ago. They put a lot of work into this building thing. I imagine that almost nobody ever used it. It's so complicated.
I remember I used it. I made
Oh,
a
I mean,
bus.
I use it because I'm a cheater who just makes the most optimal gummy ship, but in terms of actually making something that's cool,
I made a cool bus. I remember the gummy editor has a thing where you can assign different weapons to different buttons. I think you can assign 5 different buttons.
is it not just like every cannon has its own button that's preset?
No.
Well, that's
I think they all have like a default button and then you can change it.
This thing is definitely striking. I feel like the music is not fitting whatsoever for what we're looking at. The gummy ship music is pretty good generally, but this one is less good. And if you focus too much on the ship, you will get fucking destroyed by those little guys. Aside from the fact that this thing, like, is a Heartless, I'm not really sure why we're fighting it. Like, we could have just gone around it. It'd be over in an instant, really.
Whatever I'm doing is healing me, so I'll just keep doing.
And just keep blasting. I think you killed it.
We could have gone around it, but I guess there's a moral obligation to destroy all Heartless that exist.
Why does Hercules have a sword? Does he ever use it in the game? I know he has it in the movie, and that's why he has it, but I'm just saying, like, don't tease me with the sword and then not use it. I always wonder why Hercules World is the only one that's shown up in every game.
Maybe it's just
You know Wonder Boy?
the easiest. It's like the most video gamey or something.
Birth by Sleep having Zack in it in the Hercules area was neat. I didn't know who he was when I played Birth by Sleep. It's only in retrospect that I'm like, oh, that was another Final Fantasy character. That's cute.
For some reason, the deal with Birth by Sleep having like the 3 new characters makes me not want to care about it at all.
There's not Roxas, Boring Girl, and Hera. They never bring it up, but it's kind of fucked up that you can smack the spirits to get MP orbs, right?
Oh yeah.
Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, or what?
I still don't even know what Thunder is.
I say this a lot, but I really do wish the Keyblades didn't have stats. Or even if, at least, like, if they did have stats, they all kind of had generally the same amount of stats,
Hey, that
just
happens to me.
redistributed. Shit. Yeah, what the hell? This is the beginning of the game, Goofy. He takes that shit just fine.
I can only block one of these. Oh, okay. Okay.
There you go. Damn. Yeah, that's the move that always kills me. Oh yeah, on the Keyblade thing. Like the... It kind of sucks that it's like if you find a Keyblade that has a, like, a good ability, it just gets like completely deprecated by the end of the game because there's only like 2 or 3 good ones. And Kingdom Hearts 3 having upgradable Keyblades is like the complete wrong direction because that just makes the good ones even better. It can help the weaker ones, but in my experience it didn't really. I just kind of stuck to the same 3.
The fact where you can switch between Keyblades was cool.
That is, yeah, that is cool. That was a legitimately good
It's like
feature.
the only thing in combat you can do that isn't automatic.
Yeah. Oh god. Okay, I didn't know you had super armor during that. That's shit. Critical mode, Hercules World is definitely a step up in difficulty because the game immediately takes away your drive gauge.
I don't
which is
understand
another
why.
aspect. Me neither. It's another aspect of like sometimes it feels like the game wants you to hate it, but graphic is neat looking at least.
You know what, actually, my magic is so bad right now. I might as well just do Starseeker. Oh yeah, did you see that Kurt J. Mack made it to the Farlands?
I assume this is a Minecraft thing.
Yeah, remember Farlands or Bust? Where he
was
just
there-
walked to the Farlands for...
Was that the original one?
Yeah.
I thought the original show series, like whoever came up with it was a... Well, whatever. No, I didn't hear about this.
It took 14 years.
Wow. Is it exactly what they thought it was already?
I mean, yeah, but that's not the point. Also, apparently he raised like $500,000 for charity in the process.
Like over the course of all those years?
I guess so.
Oh, get his ass! Hell yeah. That's why that move's great. It staggers things for so long.
Finally.
Oh no, it's Linkara.
Why would they let you do this right now? I guess it's kind of interesting.
You actually can't. They spawn it just to let you know that it's a thing, but if you interact with it, I think it just says, well, we'll just ignore it for now.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, honestly, that's even weirder that they don't let you do it.
I guess it's just like, make sure to come back later if you wrote this down.
That is good.
Whenever I hear James Woods talk, I always think about when he says the F slur in Family Guy. And then I imagine
that's what
Hades saying it.
That's what I think of also, and ever since you told me that.
I remember this whole area because of the meme.
Is there a meme with this place?
Yeah, when Hades says that one thing over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
It's unblockable?
It is, you were just a little bit too late. I guess guard isn't frame 1 in this game. Sniped. The game leads you into a false sense of security, but this area is where things start getting pretty hard. Especially this room in particular. I realized something when I was doing my level 1 run, is that the keyblade, like the keychain, actually makes a noise when you're like walking around. It's like barely audible. I think that's pretty cool. I remember in the Running Shine video of Ocarina of Time, he was like, oh, I noticed that Link has different footsteps depending on the ground he's running on, and it makes me wonder if like that is also something I've subconsciously realized, that maybe the Keyblade, maybe I did always kind of know that the Keyblade had a jingling sound, but I never really internalized it. Dink. Goofy's big shields just automatically destroy all these dead people. Oh yeah, there you go. Also, you probably have to experiment with this, but I think sliding dash is done when you hold up on the control stick, regardless of where the enemy actually is.
I thought it was specifically you have to hold toward the enemy.
I did a lot of experimenting with it, and it feels like it's just up, regardless, but again, I would mess around with it, because I definitely could be wrong. It's also possible that my controller was just fucked up, which I feel like I'm surrounded by fucked up controllers.
This time I'm bringing out the mother of all bad guys.
You don't say.
Based on Pete getting scared there, you'd think that he's talking about Maleficent.
This is my story, and you're not part of it.
He said it.
Did you forget who you're talking to? I am the Lord of the Dead!
No wonder no one wants to die.
You are fired!
That's a great line. I think this Orin is taken from like a not Final Fantasy X. It's like a not. It's like the backstory of 10, and the fact that he's dead, I feel like is a spoiler. I think you don't actually know he's dead until like halfway through the game. Now Orin is forced into your party, but he's actually good. Well, good is relative, but he's got a limit, which is important. Alright, this part is like one of the most difficult and annoying parts of a level 1 run, and probably isn't much better on critical.
Why couldn't they have
And
just
also
given
he
me
says
one
that.
more thing to say?
He's got one thing per attack, and that's all he needs. He's a true JRPG enemy/character. Damn, spawned in, immediately sniped. And then if you lose, you start all the way down here. Yeah, these Lance guys are huge assholes. They just run at you and poke you to death in 2 hits.
I guess I can just do this instead.
Get some extra levels and actually get some more defense, hopefully.
Do any of the Kingdom Hearts besides 1, 2, and 3 have gummy ship stuff?
None that I played, no. Which is really weird that Birth by Sleep doesn't have it, because they introduce, I don't even know if you call it a lore thing, but like, the Keyblade masters can turn their Keyblade like into an armor and also into like a fucking Sonic Riders like skateboard thing and just fly through worlds without a whole ass spaceship.
I remember that. I wonder why Sora can't do it.
Or anybody. I think, like, well, as far as I saw, only Ventus, Terra, and Aqua ever do it. If I saw Sora doing that, I would think it's ridiculous. It really makes you wonder why Nintendo doesn't like Star Fox.
After I played Star Fox 64, I was kind of like, this is fine. This is good. I don't see. I think they can leave it like this.
If they just, like, left the game dead, like, that'd be fine. I mean, look at F-Zero. Like, yeah, it sucks that F-Zero hasn't gotten a new game for, like, ever, but the game that they left out on, GX, is fucking amazing. But the game that Star Fox has left on is Zero, which is shit. And the game before that was Command, which is like the weirdest fanfiction game of all time. So if they had just like left it at Assault, we wouldn't really be having this conversation. It's the fact that they keep quote-unquote trying and then failing horribly. 200 more Star Fox reboots. We don't need that one. We just need a good Star Fox again. The good Star Fox games are 64 3D, which is just 64, and Assault. And really, people only like that game for the multiplayer.
Yeah, Assault's on-foot stuff is kind of trash.
I like the story mode, but I also am pretty sure I only like it because I played it as a kid. If I played it now, I'm sure I wouldn't like it. Star Fox 2 is good. I definitely forgot about Star Fox 2. You can actually play that game legitimately now. Everyone I see talk about 2 says it's fucking impossible. There's like a lot to keep track of, and the game is just generally very difficult, which is, I hope it's a good thing, but it was an unfinished game, so maybe it's just imbalanced in general.
Also, I'd like to contest that F-Zero GX is fucking amazing, quote-unquote.
At the very least, it was a much better last game than Star Fox Zero or Command are to Star Fox. And even if you count the last F-Zero game as 99, again, that game is still very good. Beat
Is
'em
Command on DS?
Yeah, Command is DX. Here's a good place to mess around with Valor Form. This game has you do so many fights against like a fuck ton of little Heartless, and they never let you use Wisdom Form for any of them.